What's up, everybody? How you doing? This is your man DJ Square Knot, and you are listening to the DJ Information Group. And today we have this lovely young lady that we are spotlighting here, and she's going to share a whole bunch of things about the new tracks that she has. She has this one track that's called "Here for a Reason," and let me tell you, it really sends a message, and it relates to stuff that's going on today, and it is fire. But you'll get a chance to hear more from her herself. Who am I talking about? None other than Essence De Leon. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. Hi, everybody.
How you doing?
How you doing?
All right.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to talk to everybody.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We really appreciate you coming on and spending some time with us. When General Taylor came to, he sent me a message. We were on another event, artist showcase, and he said, "Man," he says, "I want to chat with you." And he says, I got this young lady I really want to introduce you to and see if we could get you to spotlight them." And then he started talking about you. And then he was like, "Man, I just really need you to talk to her." And once I got on the phone with you, we talked. And then the first thing I came back and said, I said, "Man," I told the team, I said, "You know what? She's full of energy, man. She's hype. I like that about her. She's energetic, and that's just really a beautiful thing." So before I get into, your track and all that stuff, tell me something about yourself. Tell me who you are. Tell me who Essence is, where you're from, the whole deal.
Well, Essence De Leon. I'm originally from Hartford, Connecticut, much love to my hometown. I've been in New York for about 10 years. I don't know. I lost count after like 5 years. I have a background in songwriting, background in real estate. I just put out a great new single that's relatable to the world, and it's universal sound, just not like one lane. And I kind of picked up like writing again and getting back into music after taking a couple of years off, just to like find myself and live my life a little bit. So I'm back and I'm writing, and everything that I put out is going to be the way I want to do it and the way I want to connect to my listeners, and just the rawness and being very vulnerable in the music this time around. Not that I wasn't before, but sometimes you get lost in your journey. So yeah, I'm back writing, and I plan to put out a new single every 3 to 4 months, and that's what it's going to keep happening until someone hears it or until I go on tour soon. Hopefully we'll get out of COVID. So yeah, that's me.
That's super aggressive. So that's much respect to you. Every 3 to 4 months. That's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Yes, but
it's actually I used to just bang out song after song after song when I was a few years ago, and it's just like sometimes quality is better than quantity, obviously. So I used to like really be hard on myself, like, oh, like you be writing the next track, and like obviously you need to exercise your skill, but I think quality is better than quantity, and I think it takes a couple months to really like fill a song out and really get your emotion in it, and then also find production, and then obviously comes like the visual work, which I plan to do as well, because visual is like very key right now. So yeah, it's very aggressive. That's what's gonna happen. We already got the next one lined up, and you guys are gonna be able to hear a little snippet of that.
Well, I really appreciate you, and I believe in you in that case. Because if I feel like this, when it comes to something, if you have a focus on something, and then you put it in the air, I always say that once you put it in the air, you can make it happen. So that is great, and I truly believe you. And when I was reading your bio, the first sentence, it says recording artist / songwriter. Essence De Leon serves up soul with a side of spice.
Yes, absolutely.
Now that's a great opening line to a bio. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. And then you say your melodies encapsulate the truths of your life, wrapped in themes of love, heartbreak, and empowerment.
Yes.
Very powerful. And as I've read through your whole bio, everything that you said in there just really articulated this thing of strength, this thing of where you're going through this, you're changing, you're bringing things, and you are being you, and you're letting everybody know that you are a woman of power,
Right.
and you're taking your strengths and you're going to use them for the better of you. And so
Absolutely.
that was really good to see. And then when I listened to your track, actually watched the video, because the video, love it, love it. And I know that the DJs, they'll give you their perspectives on it, but I truly love the video. The song itself definitely speaks a message, which I will let you give us more on that. So tell us about Here for a Reason.
Thank you, first of all, for that compliment on the video. We wanted to just make it a feel-good video and kind of like really focus on like Brooklyn, the Brooklyn vibe, the colorful, like the color in the the color in the video, from the art in the video to different shots, like on the roof and the city behind it. So I really appreciate that compliment, because that was like something, and we wanted to also share some of the video scenes in front of like new businesses, new Black businesses in the neighborhood. The Gold Room was a part of that. So, I mean, shout out to Ash Level, who really captured, getting, scouting out areas. We drove around Brooklyn like old fashioned style and just looking for locations. So it really meant a lot to like really get that just everyone loving on each other and everyone just having a good time. Of course, there was a rum punch involved. But yeah, so I appreciate that. But Here for a Reason, it was inspired at the time I was doing some fundraising, nonprofit work with a nonprofit called Lunch on Me.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of wanted to write a song because we were giving back to the street fam and just doing for other people and like really getting to know people's hardships. And I wrote the song. I reached out to Natalie. We met each other at a couple events and stuff. So I reached out to her. She was down with the project, and I wrote the song, and she was like, "No, you gotta, I like where you're going. You gotta write it again." And I was like, "I need like different like voices on it." So kind of network. Everything's about network. So I reached out to some friends, asking about patois artists, asking about a singer, and everything kind of just let this happen organically. But yeah, like the way I put it, to be blunt, as far as Here for a Reason, is just a track about being kind to one another, going through what you're going through, and absolutely doesn't matter what tax bracket you're in. We all go through it. We all are human. We all feel, and then we all need to love on each other and forgive each other and uplift each other. There's so many songs out there that's like it. I think it's very special because it has a twist of every type of genre in it. That's why I chose to register it as a world genre. But I mean, the words speak for itself. Here for a reason, love without a reason, and just uplift each other. And then also it has that little bop in it, so you could throw it on anywhere.
Yeah, no doubt. It's definitely a fat track, and like I say, the whole thing with just the message in it, and I don't know when you recorded it, but in terms of it just being relative to, it needs to be heard today. I think everyone in the world needs to have this on their radio in the morning when they wake up, just so that they can get in the mindset of, we don't need to be mean to each other.
Right.
We can love each other. We can get along. We could all be on the same level, because we're going through something right now that forces us to somewhat be on some level. Of course, there's still a whole bunch of negativity out there, but this song right here is one of those songs that I envisioned. Like, if there was a rowdy crowd out there and you started playing this song, people would just calm down and just really listen and just get in another vibe to where they can move, because we as DJs, we always say that music is there's two things in this world that brings people together, and that's music and food. And this
Absolutely.
type of music here is something that will definitely bring people together. So I salute you. I salute you for that, and just really And you know, if this is any indication of the type of projects that you're putting out, you're not going to have any problems. You know, people are going to support you. I know we're going to support you, and the connections that we have to other DJs will definitely support. And we're definitely going to do what we can for you. And at the end, you'll see when I ask you what homework do you have for us. So start thinking about that.
Okay.
In terms of the video itself, and like you say, you touched different genres and you spoke on why you wanted to do that, and the colors and everything. And I'm glad you said that you were really trying to tap into the whole Brooklyn thing and all that, because it really took me back. It took me back to like the 90s, seeing the colors and everything, and you targeted that perfectly.
Yeah.
And it was just really good. And you gained a lot of fans from that video, especially in the DJ information group. So it was just really, really good. Now, I'm quite sure that I'm some of the questions I want to ask, I'm quite sure the other DJs are going to do those. So I won't ask those because I know that they will. Now, with these projects, where do you, how soon do you feel, okay, with this next project that you have, this next song that you sent me, and I got that, as a matter of fact, I got that sitting here right now, um, in a fight. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Can you tell me about that?
In a fight. In a fight is seriously being in a fight with yourself, a battle in your head, and I think that even the most confident person in the world is in a fight with themselves to be better, to question their work, to beat themselves down, and you know, whether it's something you missed, the opportunity, or you didn't bet on yourself, or you didn't start your own business, it's just, or you ate too much that day. It's just like constantly in your own head beating yourself down, but you being the person to lift you up, to push you forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, in the lyrics, you'll hear a snip of it. I'm even talking about myself, but I'm also just like kind of like reminiscing on things that I'm doing in life, but kind of pushing forward.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a little vibe to it, little trap. It's a little darker than Here for a Reason, but a little deeper, and that was the whole point of it. So, because I'm not always gonna have like this whole like rainbow song right now. There's always gonna, there's gonna be different tracks that come in like of what I'm going through, what people are going through around me. But yeah, and the fight is just a constant battle with yourself, because I know at the end of the day, it's like we hold ourselves back and we push ourselves forward, and that's the only person that can hold us back is ourselves. So it's just basically that theme, and that's what I was feeling, and that's what I was telling my producer. I was like, I need this song out. I don't care. We could do something else right after. I just need it. I keep hearing this sound in my head, so we put it down. It's actually a mixing this week, and Gloria Caba is, forgive me if I say your last name wrong, but she's mixing it. It should be done rough mix tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. Gloria's very talented, and I was so excited when she was down to mix this record.
Cool beans, cool beans. So should we get into that a little bit now, or?
Yeah. I mean, you can play the first verse hook and let it go into a little bit.
Okay.
I can tell you when to cut it off.
All
It's
right,
just
you got
rough,
it.
so I don't want to.
You got it. So, and you put on here rough, so that means that it's a work in progress. So
Absolutely.
that's good, and I appreciate you taking that drink of Chardonnay, because I wish I had something here. I'd be sipping myself. So it's good to just be able to
It's the rainy
tells me that you're relaxed, which is
Yeah.
beautiful. So that's great. So I'm going to bring this up in a fight, and I am going to make one little. Let me make sure I pause it real quick so I can get it
For you
started right.
guys.
All right, cool. Let me get it started here, and then we'll come back. So here we go. Can you guys hear that okay?
All right. Yes, indeed. We'll definitely do this for the honeys tonight. Ladies say yeah. There's definitely some pretty ladies up in here. What? Y'all ready, ladies? All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right, ladies.
Can you guys hear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's the one that
I thought you had an intro before you were going to play my track.
yeah, that's, let me download it again because that's
I
the
was like,
one that,
okay, take us to church.
that's the one that came in. Let me see. Let me download it again because I was wondering. I was like, huh? Okay. Let's
Yeah,
see.
you'll see it. It says in a fight, rough
Yeah, it
night.
says in a fight, Essence. Um, yeah, that's weird that is coming in because let me show you. Let me show you real quick. This is the this is the one, right?
Where you at? Yes.
Okay, let's try it again. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay, that was weird.
Day and night, in the fight, beating myself down, lifting myself up, beating myself down, lifting myself up. Day and night, in the fight, beating myself down, lifting myself up, beating myself down, lifting myself up. Battle in my head, pep talk myself in the morning out of bed. Damn, I should have bet on myself. Out here building somebody well, sold a fancy ass condo. Then went back to my one bedroom in BK. Tough pill to swallow, I know, but I pray for another opportunity tomorrow. Empire State is the Hunger Games. Half price for your work till you build a name. Reposado on the tougher days, on the rocks with the lime, so I stay in shape. Day and night, in the fight, beating myself down, lifting myself up, beating myself down, lifting myself up. Day and night, in the fight, beating myself down, lifting myself up, beating myself down, lifting myself up. Apple don't fall too far, a little crazy. I love my baby, but I love spontaneity. Can I juggle a baby in this industry? And do I care if my family will get me? I'm fighting temptation, protecting my relation, forgiving myself for stopping, creating, acknowledging progress. I'm just learning patience, except for the silence, cannot be complacent. My biggest enemy is me. She coming.
All right. I like that. I like that.
With a little more conscience.
Yes, I like that. I really like that. So you've already told us a little bit about it. And when do you said after they do she's going to do a rough mix tomorrow, you said?
Yeah, just kind of like the back and forth, just to like find
So
out.
when do you expect this one to be released?
Well, I'm thinking about probably September, October,
Okay.
around that time, like around that new quarter area around there. Just because, I mean, there's no way in hell I'm letting up on Here for a Reason. So just kind of like putting another one right after. But
Gotcha.
but I'm trying to meet that 3-4 month mark every month and put another one out and put another one out. As far as Here for a Reason, that's a song that I'm going to be pushing like for a very long time. That's like my baby right there.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you guys will know immediately once I'm getting ready to release that track, and we're gonna get some visual work as well. So there will be a video for it.
Cool beans. So in terms of like with your here for a reason, and of course with this pandemic situation, it's been pretty hard to get out and perform or anything like that. Have you looked into any virtual performances or virtual listening parties or anything to start creating a real a buzz behind that album, behind that song?
I think that's the next actual step in the next couple of weeks. And just kind of like planning like an event for that. I had a couple of people that brought it up to me. Getting used to the live stuff is something that I'm trying to warm up to. So I do think that the song deserves that. Even if I can't get all the girls together, but at least having like an introduction and some type of like event party. So I do see that in the near future, like a couple of weeks.
Cool beans.
Setting up some type of event for that, for sure.
Cool beans. Well, I could sit here and talk to you forever.
Likewise.
Definitely sit here and talk to you forever. But we have several members on here who would love to speak to you, and so I'm going to, start passing the mic over to them one by one to give you an opportunity to answer their questions, receive their thoughts and comments. And go from there. And then I will come back on the rear and talk to you a little bit more, and then we'll close it out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start off with the primary admin, and that's my man DJ Rod Flash. What's up?
I don't have too many questions. Only thing I can say, I like the 2 tracks and keep up the good work.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Cool beans, cool beans. Then we got DJ Lisa Love out of upstate NY.
Upstate.
Look, I rep Philly. I live upstate New York now, but I just wanted to say your tracks are really good. Your motivation and your enthusiasm and your go get 'em is dope, and that's what's going to help you go far with this music thing and keep longevity. And like you said, now making a song like every 3 months, like so you have perfection. And make sure the quality is good. That's a great thing. And just don't stop. Stay motivated, because music, everybody needs music, and making good music for the people, you'll keep. You know what I mean? You stay. You have longevity in the art form. And I wish you all the best. All right.
Thank you so much.
It's just
Cool beans. And then we have my man DJ Mike L. What's up, bro?
What it do? What it do?
Hi, DJ Mike.
I like that last track, and then
Appreciate that.
look. First of all, I want to ask: is that Leon or Leon on your last name?
De Leon.
Cause that's my middle name is Leon.
Okay.
So that means you're gonna do great things.
I appreciate that.
But what really inspired you to make the music that you make?
It's an outlet. I mean, I've made the bubblegum stuff and the stuff just to like put out to blend in with the current. It's never felt right. My music has always been like somewhat poetic in a sense, and it has poetry in it and the consciousness. I mean, not every song is gonna be like that. Don't get me wrong. I have my feisty, like I said, the spice to it, which is next after this track. But I think it's like just really expressing myself and like the people around me that go through things and putting that into an art form and putting it into music and really delivering that on a production. And it's crazy when you're working with a producer that's actually producing. It's a producer and then it's a beat maker.
Right.
I refuse to work with beat makers. I'm working with producers. Producers bring out the best in you. So I think that's been also inspiring to be, have found producers that I'm inspired by as well. So when you have like that production, the writing just spills out of you. Usually the words and the melody come out, and then I talk to the producer and stuff. But it's just, I don't know, it's an outlet. And the few years that I wasn't doing it, I felt empty. I mean, I do other things in life that obviously I got other hustles and stuff, but like having the passion for something and then putting it out and then having the guts to do it it's not easy. It's hard, but it's like you live once, do it now, or regret it forever.
So a lot of your music we're gonna get is like inner feeling.
It could be inner feeling, and it could be something raunchy. That's inner feeling. So
Well, that's what we want out here. That's what we need.
exactly. That's to follow very soon. So yeah, so it's inner feeling, but it's whatever I'm feeling, and I have multiple sides, and that's the reason why I go by Essence, because it's the trueness of something and the realness of something, and it's just exactly how a female's perspective, and I can relate to that as well. So yes,
I feel
inner
you on
feeling, but there's no telling where I don't put myself in a box.
right. I feel you on that because it could be something that we're going through that you singing about, and we can relate.
Absolutely.
So that's what I had.
Thank you, Mike.
Leon.
Leon. So did you say Leon or Leon?
Leon.
You gotta do like Leon. Sound foreign.
Now, also, I would like to say that DJ Mike L has a signature question. So I'm waiting for that signature question to come.
I just had to do it. All I want to know, do you do DJ drops?
Yes, I do. I do.
Cool bean.
We need those drops.
Absolutely.
I will say what'll happen is I will get with all the DJs will send me their scripts,
Okay.
and then I will just forward them all to you, and then you could do all the drops, send them back to me, and I'll split them, and we'll give them.
You guys want voice drops or video drops? Does it matter?
Voice.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, voice. All right. Thank you there, Mike L. Then we got DJ Big Ruff in the house. What's up, Big Ruff?
Big Ruff.
Not much. No, I'm checking in just to come show my support.
Appreciate your support.
Cool beans.
I was like looking for his face, but I found him.
All right. Then we got DJ Dave G is in the house.
Is that my phone?
Oh, no. Let me. That's mine that just popped up. DJ Dave G. Are you in the house? I think he may have stepped away for a quick second. So we're going to move on to DJ Joe Storm.
Hey.
Hey.
Essence de Leon.
De Leon. The lioness.
De Leon.
Thank
That's what's
you for
up.
listening. Joining us.
Both records are very dope.
Appreciate that.
The first single and the one I heard that isn't finished yet, very dope. I look forward to see where you're going as far as your project. God bless you on your journey, and may I add, you are very gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yep. That's it.
I don't know if that's fireworks in Brooklyn or shots.
I think it's fireworks. We don't need no more shooting.
I know, right? There's so much going on.
Cool beans. Thanks there, Joe Storm. Then we got my man DJ. I always say he's the one that's traveling from the whole Eastern Seaboard. DJ I-95.
Hello. First question. Just to let you know, I live in New Haven, Connecticut.
Hey.
But I'm from Harlem, New York.
Okay.
Have you worked with any artist in Connecticut?
In Connecticut? Oh, yes. It's been a while. I worked with Malik, who is a great friend of mine from high school. He's doing this thing. He's a songwriter as well. I worked with Smooth Haynes. Have you heard of Smooth Haynes? I did a remix to his song a few years ago. That was pretty crazy out in Hartford. Young Rue City. You put me on the spot right now. Yeah, so those are 3 artists I work with. I worked with Doc Ish. Doc Ish is a producer. I've worked, Jesus, I'm having brain farts right now. But yes, I've worked with a lot of artists from Connecticut. A lot of mixtape stuff too.
Okay. If you get a chance, reach out to Chris Webby, because you know
Okay.
he's doing big things from Connecticut. Reach out to Chris Webby. Who else would you like to work with besides people in Connecticut? Name a few artists.
Independent.
Doesn't matter.
Well, I just got note of this this independent artist named Ella Brick. She's a composer and a singer, so she's independent. I would love to work with her. It's crazy, but Gail, who's on the track, the patois singer artist, would love to work with her again. She's a people, so I would love to work with her. I would definitely love to work with Smooth Haynes again from Connecticut. I mean, Coco Sarai. Coco Sarai's out in LA. I would love to work with her. She's doing her thing. I know her from back in the days. She's also someone that's writes in fillings, and also doesn't have a lane or a box. Kenny Buttons. Do you know Kenny Buttons?
Where's he from?
He is, I believe he's based out of Jersey right now, but he's a producer and artist, like all around artist. He's a sick writer.
Okay.
So to kind of know like these people for the most part, but I mean, it's all about getting on different tracks. I would love to work with someone like Rhapsody. I think she's pretty dope. I would love to work with Janelle Aiko. I love her melodic voice. I would have to think about that a little more, exactly who I would like to work with.
All right. Next question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Touring.
Okay.
Touring big songs. Hopefully we can get out of COVID so I can tour.
Okay. That's my last question. Thank you.
Cool beans. Now, I got a little something that I will share with you once we get past all the DJs, Essence. And that work actually came from DJ I-95. So we'll do that here shortly. I see that Dave G has popped back in. My man is here. So I'm going to go ahead on and call him up.
Hello, Essence de Leon.
Hello, Dave G. What's up?
How you feeling?
I'm good.
I have to apologize. I was I had gotten another phone call, or gotten a phone call, and that's why when he called on me before, I was unable to participate.
No worries. You got a mic and everything over there. You fancy.
Oh well, I'm a sound engineer.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I'm not gonna have substandard sound in my own house. That's like a barber who has a terrible haircut. You know, you just don't do that. Mechanic who, has a car sitting in the yard that he doesn't work on, But anyway, so I did hear the music, and I liked what I heard. And I'm just curious, what do you have in your iPod? Or what do you listen to? Who do you like to listen to?
Whew. I'm going to tell you right now. I have the most diverse palette for music. Is insane. I have, right now, I have Nicki Jam. I have August. I have Bad Bunny. I have Ella Brick, the person I told you about. I would love to work with Kalani, by the way. I have Kalani. I have Shiraz Starks, which is also an independent artist. He's doing his thing. Got to support, the independent artists as well as myself. I have Janae Aiko. I have, who else do I have? Yang Yang Twins. Yin Yang Twins. Fabulous, 112, Mary J. Blige, Family Ties, Fat Joe, Dr. Dre, Whitney Houston. It's all over the place. I have Chance the Rapper, Jay-Z, Hard Knock Life, Lil Kim, Lizzo, and I have Jindena. Like, it's a crazy mix of. I have Pink. So that's just an idea of people I listen to on the regular.
That's very diverse.
Very diverse.
So who would you say? And I apologize if this question's already been asked, but
no, it's totally fine.
Who would you say has inspired you the most?
From the hip hop background, I've always been like a fan of Biggie, Jay-Z, the old Kanye.
The old Kanye.
Yeah. Lauryn Hill. Mary J. Blige is someone that I just like looked up to. Eve was a big person that inspired me on growing up. Salt and Pepper, Missy.
You don't look old enough to have gotten into that music.
Well, the thing is that I could go way back with artists. My mom was always playing soul music and R&B and everything like that, along with salsa. My background, my background is Puerto Rican. So I don't know, some of my older friends, I'll be listening to songs with them and they're like, how do you know this song? It's just, I love music. My mom always played it in the house when I was younger, and we had a lot of parties, a lot of parties. So I like all artists, not a ton today, but I do spot out the writers, the good writers. So yeah, I definitely got a diverse palette for music.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm. So that means I can party to anything.
That's right.
Yeah.
But the people who become artists who are inspired by a lot of different people tend to have better product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and that's something I was saying earlier. It's like I used to write just song after song, and it's just like, no, let's actually put more work into like one song at a time, and the quality of the sound, from whether it's the vocals, the production, the mixing, the mastering, and like really know who you're working with and taking it to the next level. I used to be such in a rush to put things out, and I knew, because I have an ear. I have an ear, like I know when something's off, and I used to just want to put it out just because I'm like, I put so much work into it, I put so much money into it, let me put this shit out right now. But now I'm like, no, if it's not ready, it's not ready.
Right. Quality over quantity.
Yeah,
I dig. So have you been to Puerto Rico recently?
I was there last November.
What's it like?
Last November, I think it was right before that big hurricane. When it's the touristy stuff, they get it together real fast. But I went out for a wedding. It was fine for the most part where we were. But yeah, so I was there last November for a wedding, and it extended out into my birthday. So I stayed like 10, 11 days with a ton of family, a bunch of Puerto Ricans going crazy.
And you obviously speak Spanish, right?
Un poquito, sí.
Oh, poquito, okay. Well, and I don't want to take up too much time, but I know enough Spanish to say, no hablo español. And I was in Puerto Rico for a shoot. I used to work for BET. And, outside of Old San Juan, people don't really speak English.
No, you're right about that.
We went to this restaurant. This guy comes up, blah, 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 and I said, no hablo español. And he was like,
you say it pretty well, though.
Well, he knew immediately that I was American. He was like, oh, so you're American. And I was like, yeah. But he kind of, I don't know if you're a sports fan at all.
So is he.
Yeah, well, he condescending, but your English is perfect. And he's like, well, I went to school in the States. So I was like, well, where did you go to school? He said, I went to UNLV. And I was like, oh, well, what did you study? Are you a sports fan?
Me?
Yeah. Not really?
It depends which league. I kind of like boycotted one league.
Okay. But what about basketball, like college basketball?
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'm not big on
Okay.
like yeah.
Well, UNLV was, a huge team in the 90s. They were on a run where they could have beaten pro teams. That's how good they were.
Wow.
But they lost to Duke, and it was their Duke's first championship. And I was like, how did they lose to Duke?
Mhm.
So a friend of mine told me, years ago that it had been the game was fixed, and I was like, okay, well, whatever. So this guy tells me he went to school at UNLV, and then he I asked him what his major was, and he's whatever you major in to become like a trainer for an athletic team. So I was like, oh, so did you work with the team when they were in their heyday? He was like, yeah, it was great. And I was like, hey man, I heard that game that they lost to Duke was fixed. What you know about that? And dude like gets a surprised look on his face, and he looks around the restaurant. He looks around the restaurant and he goes, yeah, it was. And I was like,
Oh
oh.
wow.
So that was one of the most
Wow.
memorable things about going to Puerto Rico. That and the
It would
rainforest.
have drove you crazy forever.
Yeah.
It was confirmed.
But
That was your first time going to Puerto Rico?
yes, it was.
Okay.
First
It's a fun time.
Oh, well, I was just curious about how they were recovering from the first hurricane that devastated the island.
Yeah, no, I have some family that still lives there. Yeah, we have to do like collections and stuff. And thankfully, no one from my family was like hurt or anything like that. But some people like have really bad damages to their homes and was out without power for a very long time. So it was pretty bad there.
Just another quick story I just thought of. We were doing a story on Roberto Clemente.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went to his elementary school. We met with his son and, all this kind of. So we're at the school and all these kids are gathered around me. They're talking to me in Spanish. And I said, no hablo español. And one kid goes, oh, man, you got to speak Spanish when you come to Puerto Rico, man. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know. So he's like, yeah, so he starts translating for his friends. And, I'm answering them and all that kind of stuff. So fast forward 20 years later, in the aftermath of the hurricane, they were interviewing this guy, and he's talking about his story, how he used to spend time in the States, and he was in Puerto Rico, and he's, kind of bilingual, and he's like, I'm so sorry, it's terrible that the place has been devastated, all the things I remember, all this kind of stuff. And I realized it's that same kid who's like now 30, but it's the same kid who was telling me that I need to speak Spanish when I come to Puerto Rico. So that's my second memory from Puerto Rico.
Oh my God. You have some good memories.
Yeah. So again, I like what I heard, and
thank you so much.
I hope that you continue to do what you do and keep pushing.
Thank you.
And I won't take up anybody
I
else's
appreciate it. And I appreciate
time.
stories. I love hearing stories about Puerto Rico.
Yeah, absolutely. And Square Knot is giving me the cut sign. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up, B.
All right. Take care, sister.
All right. Yes. We got my next man in here. DJ Swerve Hits. What's up, my man?
Swerve. Where's your new picture at?
Hola. It's right there. It's right there. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás? Bien usted.
Yeah. Since I'm from New York, I know a little Spanish. A lot of great questions that my fellow peeps up here asked. Well, I'm gonna ask you something, and you're gonna have to think on this.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have to. So you got a fabulous budget, right, for your album. So one, what the name of that album's going to be, who are the producers you're going to be working with on that album. That means there's you could work with the top of the top, the elite of the elite. Are you going to have writers working with you? And who's going to be the director for your music videos? And what's the top I might be pushing it. What's the top 5 places in the world you want to hit for touring and promotion? I know that's a lot.
Okay, so first was I have a budget.
My big budget. And
Big budget.
6 figures.
6 figures to work with any artist. Whew.
See, I should have my song.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm not set up. That's how usually I have it.
I think I would, like, off the rip, just because I'm a huge Jay fan. I'm a huge Drake fan, and I would love to work with Lizzo. I think she represents being yourself 100 and 1,000%. So I would want to work with someone energetic like that. Songwriter.
So Lizzo, Drake.
So let's move from that. I mean, there's a bunch of artists I would want to work on with a big budget like that. Work with. Sorry. Do I keep going with artists? Or do I go to the next one?
You could go to the writers or producers.
Okay, so Alicia Keys.
Nice.
Carrie Hilson.
Okay.
Dream.
Nice.
Dream is dope. I would have to think on more writers. So many writers out there is insane.
And what you named, they also artists too, so that's even like great.
Well, so that's, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I used to be, I haven't heard anything from Carrie, but who knows? She's always writing. Neil's a dope writer too. We were doing something like melodic in that sense. Okay, next is, what was the next question?
Producers. Producers.
Just Blaze.
Really? Nice.
I like Just Blaze. If I wanted to do something big, I love his percussion. From the O-Jacks. Swiss has crazy energy. I think that I would go crazy with Swiss.
I got one person in mind to see if you're gonna say them, but go ahead. I'm gonna see.
Don't do that to me.
Go ahead. I'm gonna see if you're gonna say them.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna see if you say that person's name. Let me see if you're gonna say it. And I think they're very diverse, so I know I'm pretty. They songwrite too, but I'm gonna see if you say. Go ahead.
Shit. This is hard.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you who I was thinking, and let me know if I'm right about it.
If you say it, I'm gonna go crazy.
Pharrell.
Yes. Yes. I mean, the dude makes like anything, pop to. I don't know if he produced that new track on the one that he has with the Beyonce track, Black is King. But
I would have to look at the credits.
Yeah, I mean, I have to look at the credits too, but yes, absolutely Pharrell. I would love to make a beat with Kanye. I'm not gonna front. Like, Kanye's a beast. Kanye's a beast at production. So yes. Yeah. So what's the next question?
Give me the 5 cities you would like to touch, to tour, to do shows in. 5 cities or countries, wherever in the world. 5 places in the world you would like to hit up.
Absolutely Europe. Africa. I would definitely love to touch certain cities in the U.S. Obviously New York City, my city, Hartford, Connecticut, major cities, Chicago, Baltimore. There's a number of places I would like to hit. But as far as out the country,
Be more.
That's hard. We can name so many places out the country, right? That's like the biggest. That's one of the biggest dreams of an artist is to like travel the world,
right? And
to learn different cultures and stuff. That's the biggest thing for me is like to be able to visit different countries and cities and stuff. But I mean, you have some of the few that I'll choose. I would love to go to London, Paris, Spain.
Dope, dope. You mentioned one artist earlier that I had the pleasure of meeting some years back, actually in the studio that you see in that picture right there, and she worked with Kwame. You mentioned Coco Sarai. I
Yeah,
met her years ago, and she
yeah.
actually in I think in Kwame's Unsung. If you ever
Okay.
see it,
No, Coco
she's
is.
in
Oh,
yeah, she's in the studio with Kwame and singing. I met her through my engineer that I work with, and he also works with Kwame and stuff. And like, she's dope. And anytime she come out with something, I'm always hitting her up and like,
yeah,
yo, send that, da da da. When I
yeah,
first seen her on Dr. Dre, working with Dr. Dre, I was like, yo, this is
yeah.
crazy. Yeah,
We
she's
did
dope.
we made a song years ago, and I gotta find it. Isn't like, I mean, the song is so rough. It's so rough. But she used to do a lot of work with my friend Leek that I mentioned. He's on like one of my old singles as well. But she's always been dope since way back when. Like, she just perfected her craft right now. She's insane. So, and I respect her hustle, and she continues to do what she wants as an artist, and I respect that. She's not like, you know, doing what everybody else is doing. And she had a pretty decent single recently in the video. I think it's Big Dummy or something. I don't know if you recall that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
yeah. Now I follow it. Well, I'm gonna say this. I can't wait to see you in that same light. I'll
thank
speak. I
you.
think we
Me
speak for
too.
all for
Me
everyone
too.
to
I'm
see you
excited.
working with these people. They're gonna try to get you on again on here, and you have to speak to your team and everything. Gonna be like, can't get her now. She's busy. Nah, I'm just playing. But it's great. It's great building with you and speaking with you, and love the sound of what you're hearing. I do production too. I'm not just a DJ. So, you know, hopefully, you know, some way. I know General for a long time. He knew me for many, many years. So, you know, salute to him, and definitely connecting you with us, and you know, looking forward, hopefully, maybe in the future, working with you.
Absolutely. I would love that.
All
Cool
right,
beans.
Thank you so much.
no problem.
Cool beans. I think we had Danny T. He popped in. So if Danny T has any questions, we could definitely bring him in at this time. It looks like he just walked in. How you doing, Danny T?
I'm good. How y'all doing? And hello, nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too.
It's good. Yeah, I listened to both the tracks. I've been kind of running around here, so and
Thank you so much.
babysitting grandkids. But anyway, actually, I love the music, and just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. It means a lot.
Yeah, nice.
Cool beans. Cool
Right.
beans. So I know DJ Michael Lee, he said he was at work. But we'll see how that goes. But then we got DJ Rich Noah. He just popped in. DJ Rich Noah, you got anything you want to say to Essence de Leon?
DJ Rich Noah.
He unmuted, but we can't hear you.
Yo.
All right, there you go.
How's it going? I just stepped in. I'm a little lost, but keep moving forward, man.
Thank
Keep
you.
moving forward. I appreciate y'all. I'll be tapping
You
in.
too.
I'll be tapping in with Flash. I'll get some of those links for your music and I'll catch up on it. I'm sorry. I just stepped in the room. I don't want to seem dumb. I ask any dumb questions, but keep doing what you're doing. Strive for success. God bless you and the team. Good looking for everything y'all do, guys.
All right, man. Appreciate that. We
Yes,
got
sir.
DJ Big Dooley out of H-Town. I don't know if he's just here or if he wants. There he is.
Hello, Essence.
Hey, H-Town in the building.
I heard the two tracks. I like them. I like them a lot. My question is, if you had the choice, would you stay independent or sign with a major?
It depends what the deal was for a major deal. Not selling my soul or giving them all the money. But if I can push independently and bring myself where I need to be independently and still have a team and still be able to like push forward with the team and everybody doing well, I would love to stay independently. So it's you know, when you're doing a deal, there's a lot of things that come with it. But I mean, it's hard to say no to a big record label budget. Let's say that. But like I said, it's based on the terms. I think that question is very hard, especially, you know, there's a lot of independent artists that do well by themselves and create their own things and start their own labels and, you know, bring in the money. But it just kind of depends on the deal. That's like, I refuse to answer that question because I really don't know what it would entail.
Okay. Well, just keep up the good work and looking forward to what you put up next.
What was that?
I say keep up the good work, and I'm looking forward to see what you put out next.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support and having me on the platform.
Cool.
And please get me Square Knot, if you can give me like for the drops and everything, so I can get everyone a drop.
Most definitely we'll do that. I know General Taylor's on here, and you guys probably talk all the time, or there's different things. So, but I always like to yield to the person that was, you know, really instrumental in connecting us with you, to give him an opportunity. Maybe he has a question he hasn't asked you that
wants to kill me right now.
So, General Taylor, you got anything?
No, not really. I mean, I'm just listening. Everything sounds good. I appreciate all the love that you've given her. I've been working with her for, you know, for years. So, you know, it's really time for her to blossom and go out there and take over the world. And I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much for everything.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And we will definitely go through that for sure. As you see, you know, the DJs, you've gotten some good questions from them. And I'm quite sure there's some that you're going to take back and you're going to think about, like Swerve already has you getting ready to get the budget, getting on tour, the whole thing.
I like that though. I like
you know, that's good. Dave G shared memories of, you know, being down in Puerto Rico. You know, and the rest of us, you know, you got Joe Storm that told you not only is he enjoys your music, that you are beautiful.
Thank you.
Which you are. And I tell you what, we've learned about, and I personally have learned a lot about you just in your bio. And there was one part that I said, and I said, you know what? I said, this is in itself another piece that's extremely powerful, that I think people need to take heed to what you say. And you said, never let yourself be put in a box, and never let someone set boundaries for your sound or growth. Know your lane, but also challenge yourself. Some people will hate it and some will love it. Just never stop. That right there is an extremely powerful message, and something that people can live by every day, you know, because you're already saying it's all about you. You got to set your own course. Don't let someone else on the outside tell you what you can and cannot do.
Yeah.
Extremely powerful. And I really like that about you. You have definitely put time and thought into yourself. And you have definitely put time and thought into what you want to do. And that is much appreciative. And especially being an artist, because you know that you can sit down to a table, just like you mentioned, with a big conglomerate. And if they don't come to you, if they don't step to you correct, you know how to say, you know what? Nah, it's not going down that way. You know what I'm saying? And that's beautiful.
Experience.
Yes.
Experience and failing and coming back and beating yourself down and lifting yourself back up. So it's definitely has taken experience to be like, no, I know what I want and I'm not settling for anything less. And, you know, I'm gonna put out what I want to put out.
You know what? Your strength speaks volumes. It definitely speaks volumes. Your art speaks volumes. Your tracks speaks volumes. I know when they finish, you know, we ready to play that second track now, but I know when you get ready to do that rough master,
Yes,
So when you
yes.
get the final master, boom, I know it's going to be popping and everything is going to be good. So, and as a matter of fact, speaking of that, let me do that because I did promise that. So I am deleting that right now as we speak, and I am doing it to where it does not come back to my email, and it's gone. So, but I just want to make sure that you know that you have our support. Um, there are a few of us in here right now, but we do have a large network of DJs that we connect to. So it's just like a starfish situation where we connect to a lot of DJs, and we will definitely help you push here for a reason.
Thank you
You
so
will
much.
see that all over. And then on top of that, a lot of us do virtual gigs. A lot of us are still, a few of us, are doing a few gigs here and there. I've done a few these past several weeks myself. And songs like this, feel good music. This is what people want to hear, as in this time and age. So this definitely will continue to get played. And I think that every DJ here will confirm and attest to this, just as what I'm about to say, and that is that it's definitely going in our playlist. We will definitely make sure that it gets heard. And anytime, two things. Anytime you have music that you're trying to figure out, because a lot of us have very sonically trained ears in here. I know I'm one. Swerve is one for sure. Dave G's one. Where Rod Flash, he popped out. I-95, you got quite a few of us. Joe Storm, it's quite a few of us here. Mike L. We are sonically trained. So when it comes to music and sound, if you need our help, we are here to help you. If there's something that you're like, you know what, I got this track, just like the track that you just sent to us just now. We listen to it. We tell you whether we love it or hate it, kind of situation. And then we go to work for you according to your specifications. So that's what it's about. And we just want to make sure that we do absolutely the best for you. So at this point, I asked that question that I told you I was going to ask you. What homework do you have for us?
What homework? Where are you guys playing this music? How long do you guys push tracks?
We push them forever.
Okay.
As long as the track is hot, which this one is, we'll
So
continue to push it and push it and push it.
I think that's my biggest question is like, how long do you push it? Because you asked me about what track and how aggressive that was to be like, oh, I'm going to put out a new track every 3-4 months.
Yeah. So what happens is, yeah, what happened is your catalog, as your catalog builds, we build with you. So you'd be like, hey, Square Knot, I got this new one, send this one to all the DJs as well. So now, instead of us having one or two of your tracks, we got 2 or 3 or 4, whatever it may be, that we can continue to put out there, and along with the drops, that's what helps with the drops, because you introduce your own track in the drop. Of course you do a drop for us, but then you can say, hey, this is Essence De Leon, and this, this new track, check out this new track, and there's one of your drops or something like that. And we play it and we keep it rocking. But we don't put a limit. I don't think there's a DJ that puts a limit on when they will push the track, especially if it's dope. So and you are a dope artist. So
you answered my question for Here for a Reason, because we kind of like bounced off each other. It's like, I don't plan on stopping pushing Here for a Reason. I think that song is universal and the world needs to hear it.
Right.
And you answered it. We push it forever as long as it's hot.
So it's a timeless track. It's a timeless track.
It definitely is a timeless track. So
a lot of work went into it, and the writing was so genuine, and it just happened organically, including with the artists. Like the women on the song just brought it to a whole nother level with the different sounds and voices and stuff. So you answered my question I had. How long do you push a track, especially something like Here for a Reason, because it's special.
Cool beans. Well, I also believe that General Taylor sent you to us for a reason. And that was, it's all, this is all connected in some form or fashion, and we just really, really appreciate the opportunity to be able to talk to you and for you to share with us, and just know that we got your back.
I appreciate that. Thank you for having me. It means a lot, and I appreciate everyone's feedback and questions. Like I said, Swerve got me doing homework tonight too. Because I mean, you gotta think ahead with who you want to work with, what places you want to travel and stuff. So definitely. So I appreciate all of you guys for listening, supporting the track, and you guys will be some of the first people to get the next track and the one after that. So I really appreciate you guys having me. And thank you, G, General. Definitely been put back in my life for a reason. And yeah, let's keep making time to get on these calls and seeing what's next. And I want to get you your drop, so definitely send me that stuff.
Okay. And anytime you want to come back, all you got to do is just let us know or just pop in. I don't know if you're part of the group, but we will make that so. I will send you an in on Facebook. I think I'm your, are you on your friend on, am I your friend on Facebook or just IG?
I think it's IG, but I have to check on Facebook.
Okay. Because what I'll do is I'll email you.
Okay.
Or offline, and then connect with you on Facebook so that you can always stay there as well. And then from that, I can invite you to the group, and so that you can kind of stay tapped into what we're doing as far as group wise. And feel free to pop in anytime. And anytime you have something, don't hesitate. If you're just like, you know what, I just want to try this track out on some people, and I know that I can trust, because that's the other thing about us. This group. I will say the DJ information group. I will put my hands down on the fact that you can trust us 100%.
Okay.
So when it comes to you needing us to work for you or do something like that, we're here. And I'm not just saying it just to be saying it. I'm being real about it. So you got us, and we got your back.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to close it out like this. Do you have anything else you want to share with us?
No, I'm excited to keep pushing here for a reason, and I'm excited to meet you all, and I definitely look forward to getting the next track to you guys and kind of vibing out on it and hearing feedback, because I think feedback is good, whether it's criticism or not. I think it is good. And
cool beans. And as far as that virtual thing that you're working on, virtual listening party or whatever you work out, when you finally work that out, send those dates to us so that we can support.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, make sure we want to support. We want to come out. We want to virtually support, pop in the room, do whatever. Even if it's one of those things where you're selling tickets, we want to support. So just let us know on that for sure.
Appreciate that.
All right. So as you have heard, we have gotten to learn so much about this beautiful young lady, Essence De Leon. She has shared with us great music, what is to come, and how she is inspired to just continue to grow and elevate. And the good thing about her is she is carving out her own lane. She's not letting anybody take control. She's doing what she needs to do so that she can be successful. And that's a plus, especially in this day and age. And you know what? Listen to Here for a Reason, because there's a message in there that needs to be heard on a regular basis. And we really, really appreciate you. We thank you. And we say to you, have a good night and enjoy. Take care.
Have a good night.
One more thing.